Hello, creative friends. Welcome back to Habit, Heart, and Possibility. This channel is all about journaling, gentle productivity, cozy routines, reading life, and creative planning. If that sounds like your kind of space, tap that like button so YouTube knows to share this with other creative planners like you. So, this is my reading log. This is a traveling log from the Literary Seasons box from Wrong, and I have been using it as a book tracker. Mhm. This is spring, and we're trying something different. I didn't do any lines, and I think I'm going to do just write them in without lines and see how that goes to see if I fill in the space. So, first, I read a series, the Benevolence series by Lucy Score. So, let's use this page for that. She is one of my favorite authors, but I think I'm going to have to give her a break. Um, a lot of her more recent books have a lot of trauma in them. Um, this series had a lot of physical abuse, and it didn't bother me in like a traumatic way. Like I was okay reading them, but it wasn't um relaxing. So I read to relax and escape into another world. Like, you know, I want to go someplace nice, somewhere relaxing, somewhere enjoyable. So I like I've been trying to do before, go into the small town romances. And these were small town romances, but they have people with this baggage of abuse in their lives. And well, that's reality for lot more people than I would hope to be true, um, or would want to be true. It's not what I'm reading for. She is an amazing author and she does her research well for the most part. There was one ending to one of the books that I was not happy with, where she wrote about the couple honeymooned in a mountain cabin in Connecticut, and there are no mountains in Connecticut, so that bothered me. But you can even be on the border of Connecticut and see mountains in another state. It's just there's no mountains in Connecticut. Um, no mountain cabins. They'd be hill cabins or cabins in the woods, but no mountain cabins. But anyways, I digress. So the titles of those books were Pretend to Be Mine, Finally Mine, and Protecting What's Mine. So this month I'm going to fill this in also. I read, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 11 books. Oops, this is April. Read 11 books. Did I finish a series? Yes. 2 of them. Did I start a series? Yes, 2 of them. Did I read any new authors? Yes. And did I have a favorite book? Well, yes, I read my favorite book. I think I miscounted. I think that's 12. Um, yes, Emma, because I read Emma. I'll write that down here. So I read Emma by Jane Austen. That's 4 books. Okay, moving on. I also read some more tea. I can't seem to clear my throat this morning. All right. So while my puppy was in recovery and all over the place, I read some classics. I'm going to write that here. I think it would fit best here. She looks like she's like reminiscing about some classics here. I didn't think I'd be able to focus on anything that was new because I would have to keep getting up or making sure that she needed to sit still. And towards the end of when she needed to sit still was hard. She is very energetic and loves to run around, and she gets the zoomies, and she needed to sit still. She should not be doing zoomies. And I didn't want to keep her in the crate too much. But the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis has 7 books. So we're going to put 7 books. And I read them in chronological order with The Magician's Nephew first. And I don't know if anybody's ever read all of them. I know that their movies are out and they only go up to the Dawn Treader and they skip over some ones that happen during the first one or the second one. Well, they don't do The Magician's Nephew. And then The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, there are actually a few books that happen during that while they're in Narnia the first time. And they're there. And then there's the last one, which is a bit shorter. And everyone who's in all of the books that go to Narnia are in that one except for one person. And I don't know if you know the background of it, but it's supposed to be, Narnia is supposed to be like heaven, I guess. And you go to visit, or the New Jerusalem or whatever it is. It's based on the Bible or whatever, and you're supposed to be learning lessons there and stuff like that. But in the last one, they all go back except for one character who does not go to heaven because they are still very vain. But it's supposed to be like the calling back or the rapture or whatever. And this person wasn't raptured, but all but one of them were raptured or something. And they are sitting around a table with Aslan talking and discussing things. And that's what the last book is about. So it's just weird. So if you know who that last person is, or the person that doesn't make it, put that in the comments if you know. Make a guess. Don't look it up. Make a guess. who you think it is. If you know the four characters from the movies, if you've only seen the movies, make a guess who you think the one that was very vain and doesn't make it to Narnia in the last book. All right, and the other one, because I've been very interested in crystals lately. I read it's called Llewellyn's. Oh, that's very messy. I was trying to spell her name while looking at it instead of looking at the little book of crystals. It's honestly just an encyclopedia of crystals by Margaret and so yeah, that worked. I made it up to there. It looks nice. Filling it in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 7 is 12. Yeah, I read 12 books. And oddly, these 8 books are not on my Kindle. This one's not on my Kindle. Only 3 of them were on my Kindle. And some days I only read a couple pages of these just to keep up with my challenges on my Kindle, because you know that I've been reading my Kindle a lot because you get those little fake bookmarks or whatever as like check marks, and you read so many days in a row. Now, so I did my reread, and I'm halfway to my goal in my first month. I think, wow. Yeah. So these are 4 books right here that I haven't read yet, though. All right. So this is my April reading log. So thanks for being a part of this cozy corner of Habit, Heart, and Possibility. If you enjoyed today's video, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss another journaling or gentle living video. Talk to me in the comments because I love to hear from my creative community. And let me know if you know who was left behind in the Chronicles of Narnia. And I'll see you soon.